So, you're curious about why I started my own business. That's a whole ass story that feels like 100 years ago. But guess what? We're gonna tell it today. Starting my business in the Netherlands was actually a really funny story because it's sort of one of those coincidence, it comes out of nowhere kind of things that sort of branches out from the earth when you least think about it. Like, basically what happened was, it started off as a completely different project and then I had a bit of a transition. The things shifted around and it was just a really weird time. But it's really a lesson in things happen the way they're supposed to, not the way you want them to. So I know this all sounds cryptic, so let's get a bit more into it. So my story starts in the summer of 2019, which was around the time I had my first internship here in the Netherlands. I worked a bit over at CIC with one of the startups that stayed there. If you don't know CIC, it's sort of an entrepreneur community space where all kinds of people come together to do all kinds of different projects. There's a lot of headquarters there of different tech companies, of different social impact ventures like She Matters, for example, as far as I know, and lots of tech companies. So one of their companies invited me to sort of create content for them, do copywriting, take care of stuff media related, right? So from there, I had developed this strategy of creating a sort of mini quote unquote magazine for that company to promote their services and to help them integrate amongst the student community here in the Netherlands. Long story short, my relationship with that company didn't work out. They didn't seem very interested in what I had to say. And my period with them ended, and by the end of the summer, I was back at uni. Didn't think much of it. So, as time progressed, I had already, by the time uni started again, I had already talked to some people, started sort of putting out feelers of different people that could do things from design, from writing, from helping me manage the thing. I really, really believed the project like that could work, or I wouldn't have proposed it to the company. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was right. Who knows? Maybe it would have worked out had I kept it there. But I just couldn't. It didn't work out for me. And at the same time, it was sort of around this time when everyone's supposed to get together and have an internship as part of your program. If you've studied in the Netherlands, you're aware of how Dutch programs work. So basically, as part of your program, you get to do an internship as part of whatever study you're doing, as long as it's part of higher education. I believe it's the same for HBO, for like hogeschool, which is the lower level than university. I know that might be confusing to some internationals, but in the Netherlands there are different forms of higher education you can go to. I'd say the best equivalent of it is community college, but that's probably not the best idea because community college feels a bit lower than just normal university. But anyway, hogeschool is a more practical approach. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. Why am I going off like this? So from there, as part of my study, I also had to do an internship. So it was all sort of going congruent. I was looking for different things while trying to figure out if this project is going to be a thing. Am I doing it on my own? Am I hoping this company comes back to me, changes their mind? Am I letting it go and sort of having that forgotten dream sort of vibe? Then I applied to around, I think it was 125 internships for various things. Didn't get accepted for some reason. And I was feeling very depressive, very down. And I remember having a conversation with my student advisor and the person in charge of internships and being like, hey, I don't know what to do. This is super sad. And one of them let slip that you could do this as your own company, you know. You could have your own company and have that be your internship. So that's sort of where things started off with my approach, with my whole game of, hey, do I want to pursue my own project? Is this something I can do? It started off as a sort of necessity to pass my university degree. So I had gathered a few friends around me who are experts in different things, who had different knowledge. That was sort of the base of my team. And I think we had to write a 50-page report about what we were going to do in the time of the internship, the goal of the company, what the project was going to be all about. And that was really a monumental time because we were assigned an advisor with media expertise and I had to locate an external advisor. Lucky for me, I knew someone who was pretty big in the social media / PR arena media. So combining that with the university theoretical knowledge of someone who was very proficient in journalism, I found myself in a unique position to start a media project because I had someone on my team with previous campaign experience, someone who had a lot of creative social ideas, and two people who were really experts in their field. One in journalism, so sort of the nitty-gritty of what it means to be a writer, applying for grants, stuff like that, and one in the arena of public relations who had a lot of connections and a lot of positioning to help me. From there, I think it was my first business idea that was born, BGMT, which was an online platform for internationals and their issues and their challenges here in the Netherlands. We had a lot of fun with that, lots of activities. We did a podcast series. We did all kinds of articles. I did a lot of popular culture. I wrote a lot about life in the Netherlands, and it sort of evolved into what I'm doing now, which is talking to you guys in front of a camera in the middle of my living room. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that this was a great lesson in really accepting your path. You never know where you're gonna go. You never know where it might take you. For me, did it go everywhere I wanted it to be? Did it become a huge success of a platform? No. We had decent readership. I made great friends. I had a lot of fun. I gained some experience. I wrote great articles. I learned what it means to make a company report, and it sort of armed me. It was sort of a trial run for running my own company now. So embrace your path and its lessons, because you never know where it might take you. But I hope you've really enjoyed this glimpse into my story. And if you're really curious about more about life here and what it means to be an entrepreneur, there's one more video that I did a few weeks ago that I think you'll really like. So we'll see you there.